Just a quick progress video. I'm building a rack mounting platform on wheels. It's designed to hold 4 2-post communication racks butted right up next to each other. Primarily as my ham radio operating station. Through the use of various shelves, I'll have my radios mounted on there, as well as my personal computer, which is in a 4U rack mounted chassis, home stereo, home theater, that kind of thing. And I think I'm also going to put a nice, nicely finished plywood desktop across the front of it, like a workbench height, as a place to set stuff, papers, maybe do mathematics, sketching. We'll see how it turns out, but this is a 2-inch square tube. It's is that 3/16 wall, I believe. Yeah, 3/16 wall. It's literally what I had on hand. I know it's too big for this project, and it's fairly heavy, but it's also going to be safe for my little boys to be around and crawling on and probably climbing on. These ends here are where the feet are going to go. The feet are going to have the wheels. These are more or less the feet. They're going to go in here, and they'll get a pin, you know, a 3/8 bolt through there to pin them. And out here on the end is where the wheel will mount. And depending on the stability that I feel like I need when I'm done, I will probably drill a couple different sizes and a couple different pinhole locations for each foot, but depending on the stability that I get once the rack is loaded and I shake it and get a feel for how stable it is, will determine where I finally leave them. Sticking out in the front is going to be really annoying because it's going to be tripping me as I walk around, so I'm going to want minimal front stick out, but safety is going to take a precedent over that. And then in the back, it's kind of the same thing, except that I need room to maneuver behind it. I need room to push it up fairly close to the wall, you know, because I don't have an infinite amount of space. So I just kind of took a stab at it. I think these are 23.5 inches in the back and 18 inches in the front. Another interesting note is my welding table. Can't really see it at this point, but it more or less warped when I welded it together, at least when I put the tabletop on, especially right across here where I stitch welded it to the table. It warped the table at that point, so I can't get a good flat surface, but I found a solution by using these beams of some used racks. These aluminum C-channels are really straight. They're beautifully straight, and so what I did is I put 2 of them long ways, because the main section of the platform is fairly level and nice and flat, and then I put 2 more above the top of them. And I don't know the math behind it, but I feel like it's just exponentially reducing the wave of the steel tabletop. But I looked really hard at this, and it looks so straight. It looks really good. So just don't want to get it all done and have the whole thing wobbling on 3 wheels because the chassis is tweaked. So I spent a lot of time setting this up, and right now I've done a few welds. I've done my tacks, and then I went back over my tacks. Had a couple of issues. Not the prettiest welds in the world, that's for sure. We'll see if they can get better as I go along here. But I don't want to do too much because I don't want to warp things. I don't want to put too much heat. So I've done my first pass, my root pass, if you will. It's not quite deep enough for a root and a cap, but I guess it is. It's going to be. Anyway, I'll send more video later.